do you feel coming to a European semi-final?
Wait. Sorry.
Hi Enzo. How do you feel coming to a European semi-final? Do you have that excitement of trying to win something here?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a nice moment. It's also a nice game, as you said. Semi-final, we can reach the final. And since we start, we are saying every time the same in terms of go step by step. Now the next one is the final, and we're gonna try our best to reach the final.
And what have you said to the players? Is this a sort of moment to relish and enjoy?
It's a moment to win the game. It's the moment to reach the final. It's also a chance for us because it's the only trophy that this club in this moment needs to complete, all the European competition. So it's also a message that I'm trying to share with the players since we start. So hopefully tomorrow is the first game. We can get a good result and then finish the second part in London.
Can I just ask about Christopher Nkunku and Robert Sanchez? They're not in the squad, so just...
Yeah, Robert had a small problem in terms of hit knock against Everton, and Christo something similar in the session.
Over here, please.
One here first, one here first. Sorry.
Mr. Maresca, buonasera. Welcome to Sweden, first of all. Obviously, as a player, you have had great experiences of European competition. You won the UEFA Cup in 2006, 2007. You scored in the final, Super Cup as well. How have those experiences as a player shaped your approach as a coach to nights like these?
No, yeah, for sure. All the experience that you have done as a player shape you in all the sense. But it's for sure something different, But what you have done, not only in terms of career as a player, in general, what you have done in the past. It's like it's like a box. You put everything inside, and then you shape the box. You shape the way you see things. And I said many times, I've been lucky as a player because I joined a different club where I had the chance to fight for titles.
And lastly, since you're in Sweden, I have to ask about Genesis Antwi. In many ways, you made a historic decision for Sweden in giving him his debut against Copenhagen. He became the first Swedish player to ever play for Chelsea's men's first team. He's been sensational in the under-21s. What can you tell us about him as a player, and is there a chance we might see him play here on home soil?
First of all, he's one of the young players. It's one of the academy players in this moment. We try always to give them chances when they deserve. For part of the season, he was working with us. When we need, we call him and he work with us. He's doing well, as you said, with under 21, and also he's doing well when we call him. So we are happy to give him the chance, and we see in the next game can be involved.
Thank you.
Just here, please.
Hi Enzo, how are you? I'll be honest, I don't know a great deal about Djurgardens. So I'm interested to know how many games do you watch of them in your analysis and prep, and how many games do your analysts watch to make sure that you know any tricks they might have up their sleeve tactically?
Personally, I watch 6 games, some of the Conference League and some of the league, the game they have. They have a little bit, the only thing is that in the league they use players that they don't use in conference, and in the conference there are players that they don't used to play in the league, so it's not easy to analyze. Then also, the pitch here, it's a bit different from the one that we are used to play every game, and we're gonna try to prepare the game in the best way, thinking about all these small details that they are important.
I mean, that was going to be my next question about the artificial pitch. How much of a difference does that make for you guys?
Yeah, it's completely different. I know that in the last weeks, even some of their players, they were complaining about the pitch. So imagine for us, They play every week, so for us, it's different one. But we don't have excuse. We don't have reason why we are not going to compete tomorrow and the second game at home.
Jacob?
Hi Enzo, just on the pitch, you've obviously got a huge game coming up on Sunday in the Premier League. Is there any concern over, beyond how the pitch will play, over potentially it causing injuries and protecting players?
For sure is can be a concern. Can be I'm a little bit worried about that, but we are not in a moment that we can say, okay, we decide to save players for Sunday. This is a semi-final. It's European competition, and we want to be in the final.
In the last round, Reece James talked about the team potentially having disrespected the competition, the second leg against Legia. Is it almost a good thing that they might have got that out of their system, that you've had the warning not to take anyone, for granted?
Yeah, perfect. No, don't take nothing for granted. As you said, I don't think we disrespect the competition. Probably that game, I said many times, when you win the first game 0-3, the second one you try to manage a little bit, the game, and probably has been the big mistake. But I don't think we disrespect the competition, because since we start, we try to be every time very professional in all the competition. But for sure that game was not our best game. But probably the reason why is because, again, you win 0-3 away, and the next one, okay, also because in 2 days, in 3 days, I think we play Fulham away. So we were also try to manage a little bit, the players and the first result. But it's good that happened, because hopefully it's not going to happen again.
Just up here, please.
Hi, Enzo. So according to Transfermarkt, you have a total squad value of 922 million euros. Djurgardens' total value is about 21 million euros. That means your squad is worth around 44 times more. Considering that, how big of favorites are you going into this tie?
But you don't win games and title with money. And we know very well that. So it's not about how much you spend or how much is transfer market. You are not going to win games or titles just because you spend big money. You have to spend money, but in the right way. And this season we are now in Conference League semi-final. We are fighting in our league, and hopefully we can finish better in both competitions.
Hello, Enzo. Makoto Asahara from Swedish Aftonbladet. First of all, welcome to Sweden. We here in Sweden that watch the Premier League know a lot of your players, of course. I'm wondering, which players do you know from Djurgården that has impressed you when you've watched the games with Djurgården before this game?
No, yeah, the player, I think they are different players. As I said, some of them, like Ekdal, for instance, I think he cannot play in conference. He was years in Italy. I know a different player. I think overall they have, you can see clear what they want to do when they have the ball, when they don't have the ball. But for me, the most important thing tomorrow is how we adapt immediately to the the environment, and especially to the pitch.
Ben, go on, you've been waiting. I'll go after you.
Hi, Enzo. Nico Jackson, is the expectation, given he's coming back from injury and the pitch, that he can start? And if not, is it a case of Ty or Pedro having to lead the line?
For sure, one of them. For sure, one of them. No, now I said before. Now it's not a moment to think about next game. Now it's about tomorrow, and then after tomorrow we're gonna focus on Sunday game. So the ones that they're gonna start tomorrow the game, they are the ones that for sure we think they are the good one for tomorrow game. So we see if it's Nico, we see if it's Ty, if it's Pedro. Ty, we know that he's doing well. He did well every time, even the last 5 minutes, the last game against Everton, he was there, and he deserved the chance, and if it works well, he deserves the chance.
Andy?
Hi, Enzo. Just a very, very quick question from me. I know how you guys tend to work. You kind of focus on the next game. With that in mind, does that mean you've watched 6 Djurgardens matches since Saturday?
Say again.
Since you said you've watched 6 matches.
Them, yes.
Yeah, since Saturday. Because I know you guys focus just on the next game.
After Everton, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Before Everton, I don't used to watch games. Otherwise, I mix things. I prefer finish Everton, start to watch tomorrow team.
So you've watched 6 entire matches since Saturday.
Yes.
Are you aware that the sun's been shining in the UK at all, or have you been?
That's why we need a holiday.
Thank you.
No problem.
That's Simon.
Hey Enzo, how important is it, and are you going to tell the players that they do focus on tomorrow night, that Liverpool, which might be in some ways seen as a bigger game given that Champions League football is at risk if Chelsea lose that one, how are you been sort of stressing that message?
Now, first of all, I think we are trying to build a mentality, a winner mentality. So for me, you build that taking every game, no matter who is the other team, try to win every game. It's the only way. It's the only way to build a winner mentality. How you can build a winner mentality if you don't win games? At the end, it's a matter of win games. So the player, they are aware that tomorrow is an important game, but they also are aware that the next one also is important. But we have, in terms of Premier League, we have 4 games. All of them, they're gonna be very important. But we need to go game by game. So now it's tomorrow, and after tomorrow, we're gonna be focused on Liverpool, and the players they're gonna be focused on that for sure.
And just a quick follow up on Nkunku. I know it's early days, but is there a possibility that he might not play again this season, or is it that a bit too early to say?
They're gonna, because it just happened, so we have more news, probably not tomorrow, probably on Friday when we are back.
We'll do 2 more, Mike, and then 1 at the back.
Enzo, you started out in this competition nearly 9 months ago against Servette. Now you're in the semi-final, now you're close to possibly going on to win it. For you personally, now you're here, would you regard it as a bit of a failure if you didn't go on to win it, having put in all the hard yards for 8.5 months?
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know if fail or disappointed. I don't know how is the right words in English. But for sure, now that we are in semi-final, the next target is the final. And then once, if we are able to reach the final, we go for the title. That personally, for me, it's a big title. It's a huge title because it's a European competition. And as I said, we can give this club the opportunity to be the only club in the world to win all the European competition. So it's also a responsibility for me, a responsibility for the players to get that.
Last question, please.
Hi, Enzo. Here. What do you expect from the Djurgardens supporters tomorrow and the environment here?
Oh yeah, we played the last game in Poland. That also the environment was quite nice. I think after an entire season, the players they know that when you play at this level, you can find different kind of environment. Some of them also, like for instance Enzo Fernandez from Argentina, I think he doesn't need to know different kind of environment, because if you go in Argentina, you can see the environment that they have there. So it depends a little bit. At the same time, we have many young players that for them it's something new and they need to adapt. That's why I said for me the most important thing tomorrow is how we adapt immediately to the game, to the fans, to the environment, to the pitch, and this is the main thing for tomorrow game.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.